after a little foot pursuit.
What do you think made that 6-hour search so difficult?
I'm sorry?
What do you think made that 6-hour search so difficult?
Well, if this is a person with a criminal history, they kind of know what to do if they've done something like this before, how to elude and avoid being observed by law enforcement. Now, glad you brought that up, because our caller from Harris in Columbia, one of the first things she told our dispatch center, it appears he's changing clothes. So I believe he put on a yellow top and black bottom to cover that white outfit that was sent out in all those photographs earlier today after the incident.
Describe the foot pursuit. How many people were involved? Where did you say you had over around the expressway, but details about where the path actually took you?
Right. So the neighborhood I'm talking about is just over the Waterson behind me. There's a Kia dealership there, and right beyond the dealership in the big curve is the neighborhood where this started, where Columbia and Harris Place locates. So the foot pursuit left out of that neighborhood, heading towards the Waterson. I've heard that he thought about, I think, running across the interstate, and there is a tunnel. I'm sure it's probably for drainage that goes under the Waterson over in that area. I've heard that either he or law enforcement were using the interstate and then under the interstate in that tunnel connecting to this side. And when he got to this side, he ran into this brush behind me and tried to burrow down into the brush and was not successful because the officers from those three agencies, Linden, St. Matthews, and Metro, were all converging or triangulating on him at the same time.
It looks like what's behind you is at least the third location that police have been today involving this investigation. Can you speak to any updates that you would have from some of the other locations, possibly?
I will speak to one location because I made the run myself there with some of my officers earlier today. We got a run in the 100 block of Breckenridge Lane, and after our officers did a one-on-one with the witness, it was most definitely not the suspect. He did not get down in the 100 block of Breckenridge Lane today. That one I can speak of, but none of the others.
Any weapons found when you apprehended him at all, can you say?
I'm not sure. I did not see any over there, but I know that Metro Crime Scene Unit is behind me already working that scene. The officers did a great job. By the time I rolled up, they had it taped off for security, and we don't want to obviously taint the crime scene, so everybody stayed out of that. From top to bottom, between citizen involvement, collaboration and teamwork, making the city safe at this moment, and that's the bottom line. Everyone is safe right now.
What about money? Did he have any money?
I will say I saw some cash on the ground over there in that area where he was burrowed in. So that I can speak to, and a couple of pieces of clothing, but that's about it from my perspective.
When you approach something like this, a man who has committed multiple acts, and one of them at least involving violence, what were your concerns as you converged on him? And did you find a weapon?
I don't know anything about a weapon at this time. Can't speak to that. I know the officers were using, only fools rush in law enforcement. Nobody was rushing in. They were taking their time, converging, triangulating. That's a police term. So everybody's got safe distancing between him and them in case something went sideways involving a weapon. So we're going to do everything. I know those officers that were there first on the scene, we're doing all those kind of things to keep that from happening, for any further violence from happening, period.
And how close did he come to getting over that fence?
I would say he's about 50 yards from that fence where he was taken into custody.
Can you give us details on what happened at the bank? Did he ask the woman to withdraw funds? Did he ask the bank tellers through the drive-through window?
As far as that's concerned, I have no knowledge of that, and I'm going to leave that up to Metro Robbery. They're the ones that will have the information you're probably seeking, but I have absolutely no knowledge of what happened at the bank this morning myself.
It looks like the scene's cleared here now. Is this kind of, are you guys finished looking here, or are there any more investigation going to take place here?
Well, it is an ongoing investigation for Metro Robbery, and we'll leave everything in there. Any kind of support we can render them at this point, now, in the future, when it comes to this or anything, that's just what we do here in the Metro area. We all get along pretty well. So that's always the plan. Work together.
After after 6 or 7 hours, what's it like for you guys to know that you've got someone in custody at this point?
Well, it's an awesome feeling. It gives you, from my perspective as a command staff officer at my agency, you're proud of your officers and our neighbors. Linden, Metro. I mean, I knew some of the folks that were obviously up there today when I got on scene, and I'm proud of all of them. They did a wonderful job, and thanks to, again, I cannot state this enough. Thank that citizen for having a good eye for a description she may have seen on one of your channels earlier today, right? And pointing us in the right direction. This is good citizen, police, community involvement, teamwork by the law enforcement folks, and a safe ending. And that's the bottom line. This community right now, when it comes to this particular individual, is safe. Okay?
Thank you very much.
Anytime.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take that mic from me.
Oh, yeah. I'm like the. My wife would like that me walking in. What are you doing with that?